So, up next, we have an interview with some of the cast and crew from an upcoming play at the Bus Stop Theater. Check it out.
Welcome back to Urban Chat. I'm Ben Kidson. I'm sitting here today with Kaleigh, the assistant director on upcoming production with the Bus Stop Theater, Arsenic and Old Lace. How you doing, Kaleigh? I'm doing fantastic. So I guess to start us off, why don't you tell us a little bit about the prep that goes into a show like this?
Oh, the prep. Wow. I guess with a cast that's this big, you know, you have to get everybody together at the same time. Everybody has other jobs, you know, and they have school, and like, so bringing everybody together and getting everybody, I guess, impassioned enough to do something like that, that's pretty difficult. Also, this show has an immense amount of props, so we had to find those, and they're not even, you know, it's not modern day props either, it's 1940s props, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of difficult.
So, I mean, after the preparation is done, what's the first starting point in getting the cast into their roles? How do you approach it?
I feel like when you're given a character, that's kind of your character to take. You read the script, and you sort of start developing your own ideas about who this person is, and so there's a fine line, I think, between telling a character, or telling rather an actor how to play the character, because they already have a sort of set base for that, and yeah, I guess there's a difference between telling somebody how to be the character that they are and telling them how to do something that you want to do, if that makes sense. Like, if you're giving them a direction, you have to give it to them without giving them a character choice.
So it's almost they find the character and then you don't talk to the actor anymore, you talk to that character in terms of how to do a scene.
I think you're talking to the actor without marring their conception of who they are playing.
So once you get everyone together and the actors have done their acting thing and found their roles, so to speak, what are some of the more difficult aspects in getting a piece like this together in Halifax?
Getting a piece like this together in Halifax is, I think it's difficult because there's a difference between what theater companies like this one and what maybe Neptune Theater would be doing, because the people who are acting in these shows, they usually aren't part of a union. Usually they're coming here because they have a passion for theater, and it's something that you're doing because you want to do it, as opposed to something that you would be doing because you're going to get paid for it.
Well, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your take on the show? In brief, not to give anything away for anyone who might be watching, but tell us a little bit about the play itself.
The play is a comedy, or it's a hard one to put, yeah. It could be a comedy, it could also be potentially a horror. So let's put it in black comedy, and it's set in the 1940s. And it's a show about, I think, looking beyond the surface of what's happening. It's a show about, I guess, the strange things that could happen behind what may look like a perfect household or a perfect family.
Kind of putting everyone under the microscope kind of a deal.
In a sense, yeah.
Well, I guess the only thing I really have to ask is just what kind of brought you into the business? What keeps you in theater more than any other profession out there?
Theater is something that I love probably more than any other job, I guess you could say. Theater is not something that often puts bread on the table, but it's something that you either have to do it or you don't. And the people that have to do it stay in it, and the people that don't have to, they find something else. Yeah.
Well, that's about all I've got to ask.
Why, thank you.
Thank you very much for sitting down with us today.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And remember to stop by the Bus Stop Theater between May 16th to the 20th and check out Arsenic and Old Lace. I'm Ben Kidson, and you've just been fed.